Steve Curtis probably wasn't happy to see us at court.
Did you vote for your ex-wife in the last election, Steve?
We're not going to talk about this.
I'm going to talk about it. Did you vote for your ex-wife in the last election?
Curtis was once Colorado's Republican Party chairman.
Oh, I thought it was sick.
This is him in the late 90s, now charged with election fraud, a misdemeanor, and forgery, a felony.
Steve, how significant is it that the former chairman of the state Republican Party is accused of voter fraud and forgery?
I was livid over the whole situation. Definitely.
We reached ex-wife Kelly Curtis in South Carolina, who says she left her marriage with Steve after just 9 months.
I didn't feel that it was an equal partnership. I'll just leave it at that.
Still, she says she never expected Steve to allegedly mail in her ballot and sign her name.
It was demeaning and presumptuous, and I had no idea what could have gone through someone's mind to cast my ballot for me illegally and actually go to all the trouble to forge my ballot.
Prosecutors discovered the forgery when Kelly Curtis called the Weld County Elections Office in October, asking how she could vote since she had just moved to South Carolina, but was still registered in Colorado. That's when an election worker told Kelly she had already voted. They had her ballot.
I was just completely stunned. I mean, I thought there had to be some kind of a mistake.
We did compare her signature just to the signatures on her registration.
And they didn't match?
No.
Carly Coppice is the Weld County clerk and recorder, a Republican herself who had no idea Steve Curtis used to be the party chairman.
There's a little bit of irony in it, but I don't care who you are or what you formally have done. It's just not okay to do it.
And welcome into this edition of Midday Matters. I'm your host, Steve Curtis.
Steve Curtis keeps an active voice in politics with a talk radio show on 560 AM, but was silent when we asked him about election fraud.
Have you talked about voter fraud on your radio show? Steve, you got plenty to say on the radio. Why don't you want to talk now?
In court, Steve's defense attorney asked the judge to impose a gag order to keep prosecutors from talking to the media.
Because this case does touch on issues that are in the public discussion.
The judge declined, and after court, we asked Curtis some more questions.
Steve, as you know, President Trump said millions of undocumented people voted in the last election. What would you like the president to know?
You heard what was said during...
It's a free country. Free country. Steve, did you forge your ex-wife's signature?
That's when Steve's attorney ran and asked deputies to provide an escort in case we might try to exercise the First Amendment.
For someone who speaks out about the Constitution and voters' rights and our rights as U.S. citizens, it does definitely go against what he talks about, you know, on his shows.